Hello again, everybody. Just thought I'd shoot a quick update. And again, thanks again for Chuck for asking me about how I was planning on adding water to the boiler. Here's the little assembly that I showed in a previous video. I've got it cranked in there. I haven't put the sealant on yet, but I did clean it up a little bit. And it looks and fits very well. As you can see, let me zoom back out a little bit. The clearance is good. It doesn't stick down any lower excuse me, than the brake valve itself. So it was pretty easy to put in. The only thing I had to do was loosen the pivot bolt for my the pivot bolt for my steam cylinder cock, or the cylinder drain actuator. I had to loosen that so I could crank those pipe fittings into the boiler. So that's how it fits. And like I said in an earlier video, this was a assembly that Don Orr had come up with and described in his magazine article in Live Steam magazine about the Tale of 5 Moguls. What he does is he uses this to add water to the boiler at the beginning of the day, removes the little plug, and he fits a piece of threaded pipe in there with an adapter to the hose, garden hose or whatever he uses. Obviously this would be open, this ball valve would be open, water goes in, fills up, and when it's done, then you can cut it off and put the brass plug back in. Just use the ball valve to cut off, and then the brass plug is just an added safety feature to keep the pressure in. So as you can see, if you notice compared to the previous video, this little handle used to stick out an extra ½ an inch, so I cut it off and rounded it and ground it down. It was no big deal to do that. So it'll stay out of the way of the operations when it's in use. And I could always take it off, obviously, and use a wrench to move that if I wanted to. But I'm real pleased with that. What I plan to do tonight, when it's a little cooler, I'll take it all apart one more time, put some proper sealant on there, and screw it back in tight. But it's in there very solid now, and didn't have to mess around with it too much. And I may go ahead and paint some of these parts black just to make them disappear. Not sure, but we'll worry about that later. So that's today's update. I hope that's interesting and helpful for anybody building a locomotive like this, and I will keep you posted.